we're funding two vital projects here in Port Hope and Cobourg. In Cobourg, we're investing a cumulative total of $413,443.45 into the replacement of 3 buses. In Port Hope, we're investing $90,000 in specialized transit service expansion and accessibility improvements to existing stops. I'd like to thank the 2 municipalities for putting these important projects forward. We've nominated these 2 projects to the federal government. I've spoken to our federal member and I look forward to their swift approval at the federal level. Combined, when we take into account our municipal support, the provincial government and federal government, these projects total over $1.5 million. It's important to the people of this community that we connect them. And it's important that at all 3 levels we work together to invest in vital transit projects that are going to connect this expanding and growing community in Northumberland County.
Mayor Sanderson and I are indeed collaborating between our teams, our towns, and looking at a unified, integrated system in transit, and we are having those discussions. These kind of announcements today go a long way enabling us to meet that future. It's an important future for Cobourg because we have one of the highest senior populations of those 65 and older. And as we know, like all municipalities in Ontario, we're working towards meeting the new accessibility standards set by the province.
And I'm here to thank MPP Piccini, the provincial government, for getting down to the grassroots and providing help and assistance in the area that's most essential. Transit, as Mayor Henderson said, is a vital part of the community. It doesn't just get people around, it helps their lives. It's a social responsibility that we feel we have in the municipality, and we have to have accessibility and do everything we can to assist that. And as Mayor Henderson said, we're collaborating, talking about connecting the 2 communities even more strongly as well. And those discussions we'll talk to the government about at some point in time too, I'm sure.
Important thing to note here is we know we have an aging population. It's about how we respond. Let's embrace that. Let's make sure we have the latest technology, the latest fleet. Let's make sure that our stops are accessible as they can be. Let's make sure that our stops are located in spots that are easy to access. And if we can do that, we know the social and mental well-being of our community staying connected. And we also know that when people are moving around, they're also spending. They're spending an evening out on the main strip. They're in our restaurants, they're in our stores. So it's important that we get a step ahead of that. That's what the provincial government of Ontario is doing here, and I look forward for the feds supporting this. I know with the election coming up, we hope they'll move swiftly and invest in and complete the triangle before the election.
But more importantly, what I appreciate that Mayor Bob Sanderson and I, since I've become mayor, have been having common dialogue of what we can do in an integrated system between our 2 communities. For me, those kind of discussions, that kind of flexibility, as Bob and I would say, thinking outside the box is critical in today's climate. And this announcement just helps us to, it's nice to have the money and the funding we can work with to put ideas to paper nationally, make them a reality.
I think as the announcement indicated, $90,000, going to our ability to deliver better services and appropriate services. The provincial government and MPP Piccini, this announcement, and I particularly like it that it's Cobourg and Port Hope and the focus on the smaller communities. I think our needs within small communities are very much based on transit and some of the basic requirements that our population has, but our budget and our levy, it's difficult. So this kind of a funding announcement is incredibly important to us and the citizens of both communities.